Fire Emblem Engage launched on January 20th for the Nintendo Switch, and after putting nearly 20 hours into it so far, I wanted to give you 5 things you should know about the game if you're just about to get into it or about to pick it up. So the first thing you should know is that the battle gameplay is very good and rewards good tactics and knowledge of the game's mechanics. I'm playing through on hard, and my units are squishier than in a lot of other recent TRPGs I've played, which forces me to think much more carefully about where I move my units. Moving up and taking hits from 2 or more enemies can often be all it takes to lose a unit, but the same is true for most enemy units as well. This means that positioning is of the utmost importance, and using a tanky, armored unit to draw in enemies has become a favorite strategy of mine. But moving on, there are other aspects of the battles that have been a lot of fun to engage with too, such as the rock, paper, scissor, weapon advantage system. Swords are good versus axes, axes versus lances, and lances versus swords. But then you also have your magic casters being extra effective against armored units, and bows being good versus flying units. The system is an old one, of course, as far as game design goes, but it's done really well here. Plus, attacking with weapon advantage also inflicts a break on the enemy, not allowing them to counterattack for the rest of the turn. Which brings me to counterattacks. Every unit, including your own, will counterattack when attacked, giving you something else to consider. Attacking a strong unit on your turn could actually cost you your unit if you aren't careful. Then there is the emblem system, where you team up with a past Fire Emblem character to power up one of your units. These emblems give you a unique once per engagement skill to use, an emblem weapon, and other passive buffs. Even though the emblems give you a power boost, the system seems to be balanced pretty well. You only get 3 turns of your unit being engaged before you have to wait while the engage meter recharges. This brings us to the next thing that you need to know, and that is that there is a plethora of character build options in Engage. By moving your emblems around to different characters, those characters can gain new weapon proficiencies, which opens up new classes for them to learn. In theory, any character could be any class, though each character has a few particular classes that they are better suited for. Certain emblem and class combinations can be very good though, as you could shore up a class's weakness with the right emblem, or double down on that same class's strengths with a different emblem. Eventually, you gain the ability to inherit certain traits from each emblem, and you can then choose 2 of these at a time to assign to each character. Between doing this and equipping different types of weapons and emblems, you can build all kinds of unique units. Next on the list of things to know is that building up units and weapons will take some time. Leveling up your units is easy enough as they gain experience from battle, but you can't take all of your units into every battle. If you decide you want to level everyone up equally, you'll have to spend a lot of time playing the skirmish battles that pop up on the world map. The only other way to level them up is in the arena at your home base, the Somnial, but here you can only train 3 times among all your units in between each battle. Leveling up your weapons takes gold, iron, steel, and silver. A couple of improvements to a weapon can make it much more effective, but the resources to upgrade to them have to be acquired, and this will take some time farming. Literally, you need to adopt animals and have them, poop out the materials? Of course, you can get materials from searching battlefields after battles and as rewards or loot in battles as well. So just know that there are a lot of things to keep you busy when it comes to improving your characters and weapons. Increasing your bond level with emblems, however, does not have to take as long, as you can use bond fragments to do this quickly. Bond fragments are easy to come by, as they are rewards for achievements which are collected frequently, as well as for other tasks around the Somnial. Increasing the bond level of emblems with each character is what opens up the path to new weapon proficiencies and skills.
Yes, I would love that.
The fourth thing on the list is that there is a relationship building system that happens in Engage. The better relationship characters have, the stronger they become when near each other in battle. This can be a cool system that can give you something else to factor into your strategies for sure, but thankfully, if you don't want to spend a bunch of time tracking everyone down and having conversations with them, you don't have to. While at the Somnial, you can simply open up a menu that will let you know what support or bond conversations are available. You can then just select each one and watch the conversation play out, or just skip through it if this isn't your kind of thing. There are a lot of other side activities that can be done at the Somniel too, but for the most part, these are optional. Some of these will give you small boosts for your next battle though, or bond fragments that can be used to quickly unlock bond levels with emblems, so they aren't completely pointless.
Let's do this again sometime.
Alfred, Mother is in the back room.
The fifth thing to know about Fire Emblem Engage is that it definitely has an anime-style story.
Thank you.
A lot of your anime character tropes are here, along with the quirky, sometimes awkward humor. As for the story though, it's actually pretty good as far as JRPGs go. Nothing has blown me away or anything, but I've been able to follow the story without getting lost, even though this is my first Fire Emblem game. To sum it up, if you like anime even a little bit, you'll enjoy the story and cutscenes, but if not, your mileage may vary as far as the story goes.
You are mistaken.
But as far as strategy and tactics gameplay goes, Fire Emblem is great, and I've really been enjoying my time with the game so far. I will have more videos on Fire Emblem Engage soon, but until then, smash the like button and check out this other great tactics game that I've been playing. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and keep on gaming.